Welcome back to Chateau Laham. Yeah, let's go with that. I was going to say Le Méchet, but welcome back to Chateau Laham too. Today we've got more farming going on. We've got more snails. We've got more contracts probably coming up. We'll have a look at that. We've got a plow in our field, and first we're going to sleep. Right, well that was a big sleep. Okay, so first thing we're going to do today is check the sales. I always like to check. Wow, I can't afford it, but I really want it. Oh, and that's, yeah, we don't want that. Now, let's check our grass that's been germinated. We got a bit to crack on with today. Lovely. Now, in case you're wondering, we have to do more fertilizing on this. When we put down the sheep paddock or the goats paddock, it will get a pasture put in it automatically. That's fine. And so the argument could be, why did you plant this whole thing? Because I want to take a cut off the top of this before we put the paddock down. Now, here's the other thing. I won't be completely putting the whole field up here as a goat's paddock. I'll be using about the bottom half of it and keeping the top just in case we ever get struck and we need to do a quick bit of cut, get some grass out for the goats and have like some emergency grass on hand is what we'll be doing there. First thing I'm going to be doing now today is we want to get in our tractor here. Yes, that's right. And we want to go in and plow in the bottom section of our field. We're going to do that right now. And then we've got to have a look at... Oh, we've got snails. We've got snails. Look at that. It's a pallet of snails to eat. We don't have any butter to cook them, but we'll get there. And it looks like we're getting a lot more lettuce coming through now, so that's brilliant. How much water is in here? Still plenty of water. I'm not going to stress about that. And how much water is in here? Still plenty of water there also. So we might go ahead and get another greenhouse up and running today. I'll probably go and buy some more breeding snails, if that's the case, just so we can go ahead and get some of these other greenhouses up and running. So we'll have to water them, throw some lettuce in, put some feed in, and get those some breeding snails and get that up and running. By the way, I just want to bring to everyone's attention, there was a bit of an issue with some comments. Not with your guys' comments. You guys are wonderful, and thank you for all your comments. But just be aware that if you have a problem, if I don't reply to your comment, just be aware that YouTube seems to have this thing at the moment where it's kind of hiding comments on me, and I have to go into my YouTube studio and find them, or say yes, they're all good. So just be aware that's an issue. If you feel that your comment is being missed, please let me know on Discord, or let one of the regulars know to let me know. And they can let me know also, because I don't want to be missing your guys' comments, because I appreciate and I really treasure the time you guys spend, you know, with me in this, and I don't want to have you feeling like you're missing out on stuff. Okay, so we're going to lower this down. I'm also going to, we want to make sure that we're creating fields, so I want to allow create fields. We're going to go ahead and cut this in right now. And we're going to just try and aim straight over that way. Wonderful. Like I said, though, I'm not going to be plowing this whole field up. We're just going to be plowing this section in today. Hopefully I've gotten all of the loose debris wood out of here, which would be really handy if I have. And I'm going to have to probably go back around that and re-neaten that up. Let's just go and have a brief look at that line. Of course, Ham, you made it a bloody crooked line. Crooked like yourself, Ham. Hey! Oh, dearie, dearie me. Alright, let's try that again. Let's try and go like now that we can. Let's do it maybe in first person. No, first person's no good. Let's do that. And just aim straight over to that point. And just don't touch the steering wheel. Let it go. In the famous words of the Beatles, let it be. Yep. What about letter A and letter C? Is that any better there? That's a little bit better. A couple of things I wouldn't mind buying, just to be or organized and prepped for, is I wouldn't mind getting a little weeder to go ahead and make sure that we can weed this field when it comes to weeding, because it is going to happen. We are going to need a weeder. And what else do we need? I was thinking about a sprayer, but if I get a weeder, I can sort of manage that early on. You know, I can manage the weeds early on. We've got 83,000 there, but remember, we do have 350,000 in loans. We have to start, well, we are making repayments each month. They're coming out, but very slowly. But we are going to have to start making bigger down payments on that. Oh, we haven't checked the wood today. We'll have a look at all that after, because we've got to, I want to spray the top field as well. And we could probably go ahead and run a layer of fertilizer on this field today also. Nice quick job to warm us up for the day, right? Get us in the get a job in the books and get a good job done. Lovely. A couple of little bits of loose wedges of wood around. We'll have to pick those up and just toss them to the side. We don't want them getting caught up in the field. I'm just wondering if I think that's pretty, I think it'll be fine. But what I might do is just run a bit of a strip up this way, just in case the game went, nope. Can't see. Can't see the plow through the trees. You know that old saying? Of course you don't. It's not a saying. Oh, plowing uphill, not my friend. Beautiful. There we go. That'll do it. That'll do it. As they say, that's a wrap on the big screen. Until this field needs to be plowed again, that'll be it for that. Right, lovely. Let's go get our fertilizer, and we can go ahead and I'm just going to actually pop you there. Oh. Well, at least we know where the plow parks now. It parks right there where the grass is. I might just go ahead and turn that off. But at least that's now the plow parking spot. There we go, okay. Soil composition, bang. That needs lime. Oh. So the lime didn't take... Okay, well, we better run the lime over that. Fertilized, no, but that's because we just cut that in. So I will go ahead and run the fertilizer over this field again. Then we'll put our lime back in, and I'll lime that field up, just that last little patch. And then we know that the field is ready just for planting, and we're off and running. Oh, we're doing this again, game? Oh, so if you're not exactly lined up, you get a little bit of a... issue. Let's bring it out here for a sec. That works, right. So, crikeys. Just note, we might need to load this spreader on a hill. Right. So, as I said, yes, when we put in the sheep and the goats, it will give us a paddock with grass in it, but I want to take a cut off this early. Let's go ahead and put the steering assist on, okay, because, well, we just can. And we'll go down, and we'll do this. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to time-lapse all of this because I'm going to do the lime all at once and then we can go on with the rest of the show. Okay, nice simple little job done. We'll check the board after to make sure we've got all our areas dusted as it should be. And I better just pick up these wedges before I forget again because I instantly just forgot. Right, first things first, let's check this. All right, sweetness. So that one's actually now, this patch is because we cut in the grass, it's like a fertilizer anyway. And then, so we've got our first layer on there, which is the light blue, you can tell. And then obviously this one's all good to go, right? We can just let that grow and do its thing, chicken wang. Now, the lime. Hey, what do you know? So we're good to go. All right, really lovely, good to see. Now, look. 71,000. We could afford to buy another field, you know. I'm just going to toss them off to the side here. No, MGL, I don't want to hear about the innuendos of tossing them off. Okay. I can hear you. I can hear you in the background. Look at that for a toss. I threw that all the way out there. That was a good toss. Oh, dear. I think there was another piece up here somewhere, was there not? I ran over a couple. Oh, I don't know. Hard to tell. I just want to check what's in this paddock. What have they oh, okay. They've planted red beets, which we don't have the equipment for red beets, but I tell you what, we could make a lot of money if we just leased ourselves a harvester and put in the hard work. Hey, look, the only reason I want to buy weeder now is while we've got money in our back pocket and we're going to need it. This is going to live under here again. That bag of fertilizer that got thrown to the fence, that'll be fine just there for the minute. This can live in here. Well, do you want to put it in the next bay just in case I might need to get the mower out? In case there's a couple of contracts that might go our way? I'm also potentially thinking about hitting up the brokers to see if we can get a deal on a second-hand tractor. Let's put that there, thanks. Right, a couple of things we should probably do before we head off and do other stuff today. I think it's important that we just make sure that we've got our own farm running smoothly. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to get prepped up a second greenhouse for snails. So we'll fill it up with a bit of water. First water I'll do is I'll top up this greenhouse here. Then we'll throw in the lettuce, we'll throw in some feed. Probably 2 lots of all. Fill up a bit more water, please. Groovy bananas. Actually, no, I won't. I'll just put the water in this one and be done. Now, we want to make sure this is going into the right greenhouse. Which it is. So this one's already got 9... Yeah, okay, good. So it is going into this greenhouse. Lovely. Love the fact that we've got snails and we can pick these up. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to race while that's weeing out onto the ground, that water. I'm going to throw these down and get them into our cookhouse ready to go. Because we're not selling product from Chateau VanHam until it's the final product. Now that's a long way down the line. I am aware. Escargot. We got some snails in here. So now we got the garlic. We got some garlic. We have some snails. And the next stop will be butter. And once we get the butter going, we'll be able to start producing some cooked snails. Okay, second batch. And I think that should do it in terms of the greenhouses. So it looks like this one's filling up and then that'll be done. This one's fine for water. Oh, we need snail feed mix. It's run out over here. So it looks like it churns through the feed mix a lot more. Right, let's put this trailer away. So here I am sort of just drip feeding in, but at least it gives me an idea. It uses much less snail breeders, much less lettuce, and a lot more of the snail feed mix. So what I'll do is I'm going to put another 2 of these lettuce inside the second one that we're putting up. And then what I'll do is I'll put the third one into the original that we've started. So I'll come back for that one. Right, this can go down here. Careful not to drive it into the box so you don't lose the top one first. There we go. So you can now have 2 of those. We'll go back and throw the last lettuce. And then when we get a third lettuce up, we'll put it into that greenhouse. So at least we know we've got 3 lettuce in the first 2. And we can just keep dipping down the line. But look, if we're going to be using a lot of feed mix for these greenhouses, I might just keep 2 greenhouses on the go for the moment, just starting out. It's our first, look, it's early days for us. Right, obviously early days for us. So I think having 2 greenhouses is probably going to be best practice for us, basically. Yeah, snail breeding greenhouse materials missing. Yep, okay. And then this one will be missing materials also. By the way, we may as well go ahead and just get this thing activated. Let's go ahead and activate you. Thanks. Right. It's going to be so good when we have goats up there. I'm really looking forward to having goats. It's something that I wanted in Pallengney, that we were very, very close to working towards getting goats, but we just never got it. We just never got there, you know. There's still plenty of that in there too. So what I'll do is I'll do 2 pallets into each. Oh, hang on. Do I need to throw lime in here? Is that what's happened? Oh, we got to throw the lime in there. So when we go down to the store, right, we're going to have to make a special trip, I think, today. We're going to have to go down to the store and get some more, because I'll put what lime I've got in there inside today. We're going to have to get some more lime at the Brick Odin. I remembered today, the Brick Odin. Right, these 2 can go in here. Okay, we've got to remember to stay on top of that lime. or it's going to get ahead of us if we don't, and production is going to cease. So it looks like the lime and the snail feed are the two quickest things that go in our production chains. Hey, so when I'm going to put in a request from the brokers to get a cheaper tractor, a second-hand tractor, who has a preference of what tractor? So in the comment section down below, just for me, I'd love to know what your favorite brand of tractor is in game. I don't currently know if I have one specifically, but I'd love to hear A, what your model is that you love, and B, is there potentially a specific version of that tractor, like that brand, that you do like a model? So I should have said what brand do you like, whether it be Massey, John Deere, JCB, potentially New Holland here, like the New Hollands. I'm quite partial to a New Holland. That's because I've driven a few in my time. I've driven a few Kubotas in my time. What else have I driven? I've driven some John Deeres, mostly New Hollands. So I wouldn't say they're my favorite. I'm just partial to one just because I know I've driven them and they're quite a cool tractor. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below because it might sway what I get. There we go. Well, you've made a meal of that ham. What are you going to do? I'm going to scoop it up. That's what I'm going to do. Like that? Yeah, like that. Just take that up there now. Oh, we may as well get it all in, and then we can go buy some more of that. Let's have a look at that now. So, if we look at our productions, our flour mill. Okay, we got still only 4,000 limestone in. It could really do with a big chunk of limestone in there. Spring wheat's looking pretty good. Large greenhouse, good for water. We've got the garlic and the snails, some snails in here. Now it's just a case of getting some butter into there so we can get some cooking going along, which will be really good. Our sawmill, some long planks. Let's go down and just have a look because I think we should have a couple, should we not? And would that be them out there? Ah, there they are. Right. Okay, let's pick these up. I would say we're going to potentially have a couple of pallets here. So we may as well take these down with us and sell them. It's a little bit of extra cash in our back pocket. Why not, hey? A yard fork could be really good. Right, lift that up. Let's just see if anything pops in, which it should, I would think. It may just take a little bit for it to pop in. We've also got wood chips. Great. Right, well, you know what? Looks like we're going to be making a drop to the shop. Okay, let's bring the trailer up and around here. We'll load it up and then we'll head down to the store, sell some stuff. How are you going to do that? I'm going to throw them like that. I'll leave some room. Like that, thanks. There we go. I'll just go ahead and strap that. Well, this is exciting because this is an instant return on our work that we did yesterday, which I'm really loving. Oh, it looks like the long planks. So did we get 2 lots of long planks, was it? And a set of long beams. Is that what's happened here? Wooden beams are yet to come out. Right, okay, so I'm hoping that... Yeah, there we go. I thought so. Wow, this is actually a decent little load for day one. Now you had it. There you go, sunshine. Loading. The more you do, the better you get. Unless your name is Ham. Easy as she goes, Tiger. You know what? That'll do us. That'll do us, Lewis. Time to go see where the best price for this to sell is, shall we? There we go. Right, where's the best place for selling? Prices, please. So we've got long planks and wooden beams. Now the long planks long. Ooh, we're sort of next month we'd sell them for a lot better, wouldn't we? Oh, not much. 5.7 is the lowest, 5.8 the highest, 5.9 at the farmer's shop, which we know isn't a thing. We've got to go to the Brick Odin anyway. So the Brick Odin is where we will go. Now for beams, look, I think we'll just go to the Brick Odin. It's just going to be the best place. We've got to go there anyway. Yeah, and we'll have to purchase our stuff once we get down there. Remember, we want more snails and we want some more lime. But I'm excited to see. We should make a tidy little sum here. I'm thinking almost close. Look, it'll be close to 20,000 that we make for this timber. But yeah, really excited. Really happy with that. All right, we've made it to the Odin's Brick. I just think that like Odin's hanging out in Odin God World, wherever he is, and he's just got this mega brick. It's the Odin's Brick. Okay, so we want to purchase some more of these. Now, are we keeping tabs on our money? I don't think we are anymore. I think I've thrown keeping tabs into the wind. 6. We'll go 3 in each. Oh my gosh, 8. No, we'll go 6, 3 in each. Okay, and then I didn't mean to do that. The limestone. We'll go another 6 of that. Right, also, where do we drop this stuff off? Do we drop it off out the back here? I'm hoping that we do. Oh, it looks like down the end there. Okay, best thing to do here will be to drive all the way around. So this load of timber looks like it's literally about to pay for the snail stuff, which in my books is a winner. You know how to reverse, don't you? Like that, sort of. Okay. Well, they don't buy... Whoa, we did make 20... Whoa! Snap and duckfish. That's really good. Do they not purchase wood chips? Who buys stinking wood chips? The compost shredder or the livestock bale sales? Is that back near our home? Hey! Ooh, selling's pretty good on that at the moment. Damn, I wish we'd sold this off first. Now we're gonna have to make a stop on the way back. You know what? To make things easy, I'm just gonna drive back and sell this off now. Yeah, because the trailer's too small for this, and then we'll come back and pick up the rest of the stuff we've got there. Let me whip on down to the animal dealer and we'll go and do that now. Well, it looks like I've gone completely the wrong way. to get back there. I've gone the long way to get up here. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'm still learning, okay? I'm new to the area. Give me a break. We've only been here 2 months. Now, interestingly, is this where we come in to do this? Oof, look at all those bales just fermenting under there. Hello, moo-moos. One day you can come and live at my place. We can get a dairy farm going. That'd be cool. We're going to have a goat dairy farm, but we could have some cows too. Until then, moo-moos, you stay mooing. Right, am I going to be able to just back this in and sell this here? Hey, look at that. Another $2,500. I'll take that. That's well worth the drive down here. Okay, back to the brick Odin. And we shall get all our snail produce. Should we look at some contracts too while we're at it, Ham? Okay, yeah. Well, while we're doing this, let's look at a contract here. We've got bales. We don't want bale wrappings. Cultivating we could do. It's slow going old cultivating. It's really good if you've got a big cultivator. We've got a okay cultivator, it seems. There is a good one here for mowing, and I'm more inclined to do a mowing job, you know? Stone picking, no thanks. Plowing, no thanks. I think we're going to take a mowing contract today. There is these. Oh, hello. Yes. Yes. I'll accept that. Back, and I will accept the mowing one as well. That's a harvesting. Oh, the harvesting. Ooh. Ooh, it's alfalfa. I could hit up Walter, and if we can borrow his equipment, I would, but we'll see. I prefer to use my own equipment, and that one there. I don't know what our mower's like. I know our mower's probably not as big as the one we used to have, but I'll accept that one as well. First time we will have done a mowing job on this map, but before we get any of those contracts off and running today, we're definitely going to need to pick up our snail stuff. So let me shoot on over there. I'll pick it all back up, and I'll see you when we're home. I'm not going to subject you to me loading and unloading that again. We'll just get this in the book so we can go and get some contracts done. I thought I would bring you down because I gave you a magic trick yesterday, so I'll give you a magic trick today. It's just going to be the loading magic trick. You ready? Here we go. Right, very good. Magic trick done. Strap it. And no, I didn't use. I don't have an automatic loading trailer, so that's not how I did it. Okay. Very painful little bit of editing. That will be. I say that will be because I haven't done it yet, but I know it will be. Right, let's go deliver this stuff up to our greenhouses. And we can throw all that lime in. And then we can go and start our first contract jobs on this map to make a little bit of extra cash. Right, so, oops, I don't want to do that. I want to seed up, please. I want to get some of these snails on board, but I might... how do we feel about this? We can maybe slide these onto here and move them around, so maybe I'll do that. I put the lime. I've already thrown the lime in. I wasn't going to show you doing the lime again. You don't need to see that every time. Plus, we've got other jobs we want to crack on with, right? So we will go and distribute all these snails into their homes. First 3 will go into the second one because it has no breeding snails at the moment. And then at least that way we know we've got that up and running. Just being careful not to drive into any of the others. I need to put some signs up. I do have some signs I can get up. And maybe I need to put some signs up on those. Right. To say active, active, or non-active. I don't think I have the ability to do that. But I could just put signs up, potentially saying we're utilizing these ones at the moment, just not have signs in front of the others. Oh, careful not to drive into that square. Right, so this has got to go in the first one. Lovely. Okay. So if we take a look at those now, we can see... Okay, so this one has, ooh, plenty of breeding snails in there now. And that one's, so yeah, cool. That's good. We're good to go. So once we get more lettuces, once we get more feed, we can distribute those as necessary. Right, let's go. I'm going to have to take the spreader again, and I'll put the mower on the front, except you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to take the... I'm going to take the front loader off. Let's go like that. Almost feels naked. I'm going to throw the mower onto the front just so we can take all this stuff with us. And then we can get that sorted out later. I mean, the mowing bars, the cutter bar here is not terrible. It's just, I don't think it's as quite as wide as the previous one we had. Was the previous one we had, was it a 4 meter or 3.5 cutting blade? That I don't actually remember. See, I got this problem again with this. All right, let me just get this on over at the hill, and we can be on our merry way. There we go. We'll also have to drop that there, and we'll pick up as much fertilizer as we can. I'm surely thinking 1 tub is going to be enough. Also, just be wary where you fire this out the back. Perfect. Let's go take our fertilizer, and we'll top up with another bit of fertilizer just over here. So I'm pretty sure there should be another bag here that we've started drawing from anyway. Ruby! Right, let's have a look at the map, consult the map, see where our jobs are. Okay. Looking for the flashies. Okay. So first job looks like... Okay, so contract-wise, Field 19 is the fertilizing one. We might head to the fertilizing one first, and then on the way back, we can all do the mowing. Field 19, eh? It seems like a fair, decent drive. Is there any back routes we can go? No, but it looks like it's that big cow paddock that we've been past a couple of times. I wonder if there's a specific way we're supposed to enter this field. Hopefully there's a gate just up here. It is that cow paddock. That means the cows are going to get rained on. It's raining poop. Hallelujah. The cows are not saying, that's for sure. How do we get in there? I'm going to have to do a blocky and go up the dirt road on the opposite side. Let's try around here. I've never been up this road. It's exciting. Oh, it's exciting. Méchet. When I say it, it sounds like I'm having a stroke. When French people say Méchet, I bet it sounds... Oh, I drove through that person's house. I bet it sounds really nice when they say it. When I say it, yeah, sounds like I'm having a stroke. Where the heck is the entrance to this cow paddock? I have to have a chat to Walter. Here it is. I have to have a chat to Walter. Mate, where's your friggin' entrance gate? It's ages away. Okay. We're also going to have to... Peaches. Steering assist. Right, let's go cracking. Let's get cracking. We can see our contract percentage up in the top right-hand corner. That's lovely. What I'm going to go ahead and do, if I don't remember, please remind me. I want to put our mortgage up in the top right-hand corner, visible for you all also, just so we can keep a track on what we spent. Watch out, Moo Moo, you're going to get rained on. Oh no, there's cows in the way down here. All right. Let's get this field dusted. Job's a good'un. Let's make sure we shut that gate. We probably should have shut it on the way in. Luckily, these cows are too busy focused on eating artificially fertilized grass. Oh, Hanky, I can hear the dog. Oh, I can hear the dog all upset about something out there. Okay. I wonder if we can drive up the other way. Let's have a look at the map here for a sec. Now, we are over here. We've got to get back. Well, we're going to have to come back up this road, I think, to get the entrance to that. So that's on the way home anyway. So we'll just go home the regular way and get prepped for that, hey? Bit of mowing. I actually really enjoy mowing, and especially enjoy mowing in this game. So it's probably why we started the mowing business in Pallengney when we did it, but... Anyway, looks like the fog's cleared up. By the way, we're just going to pull into the store up here, just because I said I wanted to check the price on some weeders. We're going to have a look at that now. Up here. Just want to check the price on some of these weeders in here. Plus, apparently there's some new products in town. Okay. Ooh. Oh, chat. This has only got 8 hours on it. How much is the header for this? Oh, I'm buying this. Consider yourself bought. Yep. Prompt you purchase a much? Wow. Okay, hang on. Because we need a, we're going to have to bring ours down and sell it. Thank God, because I didn't want... It probably was going to... I want to see now, it's probably going to cost us as much to repair that thing as it is Fix it. So this is it here, the New Holland TX62. I want to just check the combinations. 35 for a header. We will take that header. Thank you very much. Now what I want to do, I'll need a trailer for it also. How much are you? 1,500 bucks. Buy. Oh, I know that was a lot of money. I know, and I know we got things to buy, but never look a gift horse in the mouth in this game. Oh, look at that. Right, well, before we crack on with any more mowing and jobs and contracts and so forth, we'll get this thing home, and I'm going to bring the other one down and see if we can sell it. Oh, look at that. Even the working width is just so much more better. So much more better? Is that what we're saying now? Oh. Talk about upgrades. Talk about getting lucky with the sales. So much for the weeder. What about that weeder you wanted to check? Yeah, what about it? What of it? We got ourselves a big puppy. And it's a New Holland too. Fits on brand with our well, there goes the new tractor. But what I'm thinking, chat, is there's a that one. There we go. There we go. How much is the service on this thing too? Look, we may as well just have a look, get it all done now. Get these guys to put it in the books and do it. This is a significant upgrade from the combine that we've got. Not a super upgrade, but it's definitely the next tier of upgrade up, which is what we want. Repair, yes. Now, that cost us... Oh, no. Look, we could have sold that for a profit then. We actually could have just sold that back for a profit. Okay, all fixed. Full of fuel. Okay, let's race this thing up home. What a beauty. Yeah, she's got a bit of wear marks on her. But I'm all about this. Let's have a look inside. Oh, have a look at the interior compared to the last one too. This is an upgrade of all upgrades on our... Well, basically for us anyway at the moment. Nice cabin inside, all clean. It's only got 8.4 hours on the clock. I wonder if that's refurbished. You know, I'm thinking it's sort of off-peak season for harvesting for combines of this size and nature anyway. Well, of this type anyway. So I'm wondering if it was a farm that's just struggling a little bit at the moment. They had to make cash. They had to sell the combine and they had to sell it quick. I bet nobody had upgrade the combine harvester on their bingo cards for today's episode. Oh, thank you. And when you get lucky sometimes, you get lucky sometimes in this game. Now, if we can just have a tractor, please, a nice, good tractor pop up in the sales, I will take out more of a loan to get that. I absolutely will. If we can get 2 tractors on the roll, we are looking at... we're looking at a big upgrade. Look at this. Right, well, what I'm going to do for today, just because of room, I'm going to actually park it up the side, up the road up here, just until we can get some room to do some stuff. Ooh, might have to back that in there a little bit more. Go. Turn those beacons off. Right, I'll get you a home very, very soon. I'm so wrapped in that. It didn't even... I was going in there specifically. We still need to look at weeders, yes. Even like the wheels on the thing are just completely different, right? Last time we clamber into this bad boy. Oof. 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 Just so we can compare what the inside of this looks like after that last job. Don't get me wrong, it's better than nothing. But maybe those people that had to sell their New Holland, maybe they can have this. Well, I can tell you this definitely is not the quickest vehicle getting around. But we've made it down here. Our last journey in... Well, I mean, we only used it once, but I assume this thing's been around for a long time. The amount of hours and how old this thing is. Hopefully we fetch it. Maybe it'll be... Oh, we've got to indicate this way. Maybe it'll be classed as a collector's item. We can only hope, right? Right. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, value 5,700. Our repair bill's not too bad. How much do you get? So 237. So look, it'll take the price up to 8,000. Let's see how much after we repair it. 8,230 we'll get back. So we may as well sell that. We're going to get not much for that. Repair that as well. Repair that as well. Okay. Look, money's money. Sell. Sell. And sell. Okay, well they are out of our hair now. We get about 10, in total probably about 10k back, which is, oh actually did we? We had, yeah, about, well no actually we didn't. We got bigger all. We got about, what? Almost 9,000 back, which is totally fine. Right. Cracking on next episode, we've got mowing. We're going to be doing some more contracts. We're going to have to do more snail work, and we'll probably be going through to the next month into October, November as well at this stage. We'll keep the contracts up. I'll keep looking for some harvesting jobs potentially now that we have a better combine harvester. We can do those. But until next episode, everyone, in a couple of days' time, I'll see you all very soon. That's it. Please leave a like on your way out the door. It does help us, the channel and the episodes, get out to more people. Thanks for your time. And please, if there is that problem with comments and I'm not seeing and I'm not replying to your comments, it's not because I'm ignoring you. Please just know that YouTube hides things from me sometimes. So I'll be double checking and triple checking also just in case. But thanks everyone, and get out of here.